Alright, last night was kind of hectic. Yana and I just went to bed at like early 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock or something, and then we just stayed in bed, fell asleep, and that was it. That's it. Just getting today started. I don't actually remember last one kicked off. Just doing some editing, eating, drinking, juicing, getting ready for wrestling in about an hour and a half at 10:30. Should be good. I actually realised I should probably start filming my grappling and that and documenting that. One, because I've always done that to see the progression of like my striking, but I also like to coach myself in a way where it's like I'll see what I'm doing, and then if I don't know what's wrong with it, I'll look up what to do, and then like drill that like I just like run it through in my mind. So I do a lot of visualization, I guess you could say, because I can't always practice with a partner, and then when I get in I'll start doing that, keep visualizing, correct for what I need to do. That's my normal process for everything: dance, martial arts, weight training. I do a lot of coaching myself with those just by filming it and seeing what to do better, and I get to learn how to actually do what I'm doing better. Anyway, just thought I'd share. I'm tired as, or just body's tired. Oh yeah, I kind of hurt my jaw yesterday, and we caught up with our mate AJ, so that was fun. After jiu-jitsu, so it was like Logan came to jiu-jitsu, AJ was there, Ashley was there, bringing in all the people. I've done that a lot even with taekwondo. Probably brought in over 10 people over the years that I was there, especially towards the end. I'd like brought in all my high school mates, and they like almost got up to black belt together. One of them did, Sean, legend. I'm gonna keep this cracking. Where we going?
I wish I could dance.
You can dance. Do it. Break it down. Did you unlock the car?
Yes. Side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive. I'm a criminal.
Who ain't got jiu-jitsu?
You ain't got jiu-jitsu.
She's right.
Jiu-jitsu got me.
Yep, I got jiu-jitsu.
I've been studying TikTok so much, and then all I have is that stupid sound in my head. Bombastic side eye.
Vincent's car got smashed.
Yikes. Like, our neighborhood is generally quite safe.
It's just those kids on their dirt bikes in there. Getting old.
But also I feel like it's around like certain events or something, because we're quite close to, you know, like Optus Stadium and that.
Oh, what was on last night?
I don't know. Maybe
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
It was Kevin Hart.
Mr. Hart. Actually, Mr. Hart.
We haven't eaten
In several hours.
Smash.
Smash. Yeah, I don't know, because we've never had our car done.
I think it's because it's up in the driveway. To be honest, it like kind of reaffirms that I was thinking by the end of this of our 1 year here, we'll go somewhere else anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to renew here? I know that. Oh, that's what I was starting to say yesterday. Actually, I think we'll be in a bit of a state. We're in a bit of a state of flux, because we have to. This is how we always plan things. Like with stuff like this, we have to see a little bit closer to the date.
Yeah.
With Taiwan, that didn't work in our favor, which is my bad, because I knew that would happen. But even with this, it's like, oh, we're going to go to America, we're not going to go. And it's kind of like, And if we are going, then why would we look? Yeah. But if we are, then why are we looking at another place to rent here, you know? You know? But I'd like to go like a bit more South Perth, you know? What was that area that we were looking at with the see-through pool? We just boom.
Peppermint Grove.
Peppermint Grove. Yeah, what if we went there?
What if we went out of Perth?
Out of Perth to Mandurah.
Or even further, like we live in the jungle or something.
The jungles of Australia, of WA. What are you talking like?
No, like foresty places. You know, like lots of trees near the ocean.
You could. Luke's driving kind of badly. Swerving.
I don't know, or maybe
Goodness,
we go
look at him, they're
interstate.
swerving.
Maybe we can go interstate. Queensland.
What, Sydney or Melbourne? Queensland.
Queensland, yeah.
I don't know how busy Queensland is actually. But
It's
if
not very, but it looks like such a good lifestyle.
Doesn't it get flooded? I mean, I guess it depends on where, but isn't it prone to flooding there? So like more than there would be in Perth, because Perth is 0, and theirs might be like once every 5 years or so.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too worried about that.
I'm not worried about that.
Maybe
You're not
I
worried
should-
about it until you're sitting in the flooding.
Well, you won't worry about flooding if you're in a high rise.
Yeah, you would. How are you gonna get anywhere?
Uber.
How the Uber's gonna get anywhere?
Uber, but with boats.
Booper. Yeah, what'd you get up to this morning? Anyway, so that was a bit of a switch.
Yeah, I kind of want to move. Well, I know I want to move.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
It's more so like what? Closer to that date. When?
Okay, Tasmania. Where there's no food to eat out.
No. If we're gonna move around just in Perth, I don't know. Maybe.
No, you wanna go to Queensland?
Yeah.
Why Queensland?
Because it looks so peaceful there.
It's a fair bit hotter there, I'm pretty sure as well. Maybe not. Maybe maybe we just went in the summer or something. That's all I can remember. I think it makes sense. It's a bit higher up, closer to the equator. Humid times all the time.
We can go to Melbourne, which is just cold all the time, apparently.
Yeah, go live with Jacob. New South
Jacob's in New
Wales.
South Wales.
Oh no. We don't have to decide yet.
Too late. Oh, ow, my lips hurt.
I wonder why. Just clawing your lips out and then it hurts.
But yeah, I think one thing I know for sure. I'll never stop having a coach. Ooh. Yeah, but I do feel like maybe my time with Jazz, like, because I'm with her until next year, June. Same with Taylor. So I'm like, well, Jazz actually finishes April-ish. And Taylor finishes, like, June. Like, maybe I look for new people. Not for the fact that, like, they can't give me what I want and what I need, but I just want to be, like, I'm craving a different kind of conversation. Like, my brain wants to be stimulated in other ways. And it feels like with them, at least in the next year, I'll have poked and prodded enough to be, like, stimulated by them. And for me, mentorship isn't really about getting the results, because I know I can get results myself. It's more so like what kind of conversations am I having and all of that, and is my view of life and perspective on life being challenged. Yeah. But Jacob seems cool. I think we might stay with him for a little bit.
Well, isn't he gonna pitch us or something soon? I feel like he's pitching you. Like, he doesn't need me.
Yeah, but you're a package deal.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
He was like, he said to me, it's like I'm Layla Hormozy, but like with the brains of Alex, and like...
You're both.
Oh, it's so dark.
This button? That button. Hey!
Yeah, so,
Oh, that's smart. Okay, so there is something you can do whilst it's in auto.
But yeah, I think we'll stick with Jacob at least for a little while. Like, in terms of paying him to coach us.
Right.
Yeah, anyway.
What do you think he's gonna offer?
A tech company.
Oh, he has talked about that. He wants to do that with you? With us? Do you want to do it? What is it? What does that entail? What does that even mean?
It's like pretty much coming up with something like Instagram.
Oh, like a
but
new
it doesn't
platform
have to
kind
be.
of
Yeah,
thing.
it doesn't have to be that. I think I get what he's saying. Like, it's kind of like a platform for entrepreneurs specifically.
Oh, no. I get you.
Yeah, it could even be coming up with something like Shopify, you know, where it's like a platform for other things. But yeah, I'm just excited, like, wherever we will be. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I'd ever start a business by myself again. And I'm like, yeah. He's like me, though, has trouble letting go of control.
Seems like it. You, Michael, him. Not me.
But yeah,
I guess.
I just feel like we're just so supported and I'm so grateful.
So supported and you're grateful.
Yeah, so let's go.
Okay, you're gonna order the bubble tea?
Now,
Just the standard QQ. It's good for my
butthole.
my butthole, my anal fissure. Cause that bleeds a lot if I have too much milky stuff. Ew.
I mean, it's chill. I just need a film and I can do that anytime.
Yeah. My biggest thing is I just want to make sure you eat. Come on.
I do eat.
Yeah, but you have not eaten, have you, today?
I'm about to eat this bubble tea.
Yeah. Ew.
Damn, that's a huge ass line.
Yeah, 4 Royales. Huge. Can't be bothered, eh?
All these people normally spending $17 and then it's like they're still spending money, but it's like, oh, only spending $1. It'll probably end up being the same amount because they'll overcompensate with like fries.
It's smart though. Talk about an irresistible offer. $1 for burgers. People are like, yes, let's go. It's crazy. It caught our attention until we saw the big ass line. Like, nope.
Okay, well, what comes to your mind? 3, 2, 1, go.
Chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup. Where can we get that?
You know? Just talk for a bit and then I'm sure the food will come to mind. Jiu-jitsu was fun today. I realized like, oh, maybe I am quite fit, I guess, compared to normally. Because even like AJ, Ashley, Logan, and one of the guys I was with today, Dennis, was like gassed, and I could just keep going. I felt completely fine. So like, oh, I guess I am pretty fit, but I don't feel like I've done that much for my fitness. I'm also not trying too hard, because I'm not trying to muscle my way through everything. I want to learn the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny yesterday when AJ was like, oh, this, you're fine. I was like, well, I was only going 50%. And he was like, I was only going 50%? I was like, yeah. It sounds weird to say, but it's like, it just is. And I mean, I guess there is a lot of fitness that comes with, a level of fitness that comes with being able to just cruise at 50% and focus on the technique.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll grab it. Is it okay to get the upper strokes? It's the E's. Kaey-Lib. Oh, sorry, put it in there. Sponsor us, President. Huh?
I know, right? They should. It would be so smart to do so. Yeah. In my opinion.
Get it all the time.
Because it's actually, I feel like it's a part of our brand.
Yeah, just bubble tea. All the bubble tea brands fighting to sponsor us.
That might mean that we can't like get other bubble teas or be seen getting them.
Yeah. For me personally, I actually never want, like I still don't think I'd ever want sponsors for like podcasts or YouTube videos, because for myself, I kind of hate it when that stuff gets interrupted, like, and it actually makes videos worse a lot of the time. But I think that, you know, because it's like we don't need YouTube to make money, that's not our main vehicle, but as a result of building up the brand through it, it kind of like builds up the audience that buys what we have to sell, but doesn't have to be through sponsorships that are paying us to make videos, you know? Because I just don't like it that much when I see people do it. So I'm like, oh, well, we're not in a position where we have to, or like, we don't have to compromise what we want to do, where people are like, oh, I'm doing it anyway, might as well make some money, but I'm like, nah. If I don't like it, then I don't have to, you know, just do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I kind of hate the whole, this video sponsor is DoorDash. I don't know.
Okay. I will take on sponsorships. Not for the money, but with brands that I love. Purely because of like, I mean, it's a partnership at the end of the day, and it also gives me leverage inside of the company.
Well, I think I was about to say partnership would be different. Sponsorship's different to partnership, I think.
But that's what I'm
you don't
saying.
have any leverage.
That's what I'm saying. It would have to be something that's like a partnership.
Yeah, that's different to sponsorship.
Oh look, it's better. So yeah, I think I would go for it. I would partner with Prezzo Tea, make the coconut penis flavor.
What about when we have our own bubble tea brand?
Then they can get lost.
Ben, come back. Is that what my carbs look like? Ben's?
No, they look better.
Mine look, say better or bigger?
Better.
That is a bigger.
And who else would I partner with? I think I would partner with.
Be jacked.
I would partner with like the personal brands behind certain brands. Like, do you know Stand for Creators? It's like it's kind of like a website or a storefront for like TikTok creators, and I think it's run by Jay Hoovy.
Parts of this sound familiar.
Yeah, he's a super smiley Asian. But I think that like I would love to partner with Jay Hoovy. Yeah, like I wouldn't want to be sponsored by, for example, acquisition.com, but I'd love to partner with Alex Hormozi. That's what I mean by like the brand behind the brand, or the personality behind the brand.
The person. No, I get what you're saying. That's cool. It's a good thought. You know, the fact they're kind of just playing a TikTok playlist here.
It's just like scrolling.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I was typing.
Got my Instagram was logged out of your phone. I must have signed it back in. The boys prospecting. How do people know your age though when you message
Because they
them on
can,
Facebook?
well, probably the profile pictures. But then also like when they're going in person, they can see.
That's true, but also you look like around. You could pass for the same age as them, but what do you think distinguishes you from that? In that sense, if we were to go, like what? Obviously, I don't come across like their age, but if you were to go places, I don't think people would confuse you for a kid because of your demeanor, right?
I think it's my like. I just give off a wise vibe, apparently.
Yeah.
And I use very sophisticated words too. I'm not like,
Well, I guess you and I have always been more like that, but I still think it's a skill that can be developed. So those boys are left, yeah?
no, straight and then
Oh.
left.
No, I can go left because then that's the spud shed way, right? It's quicker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, straight. No. I get what you're saying because then I can go left at those lights. Yeah, but I still think it's a skill that those boys can develop to prospect. And if we were to step in, they wouldn't have to develop it. You know?
But
And
it's
I get
like,
that.
Would you leave it? Like, because they're missing out on several contracts because of that.
What if this is what they needed now to get the
Yeah.
contracts they're supposed to get in the future? Yeah, they're missing out on several, but they have so many places around Perth they have not been. They haven't been anywhere north. I doubt that they've been anywhere north. Even then, more north, more south. I think they've gone to some very basic areas. Like I wonder if they've even come here. It's not like there's a shortage of leads when there are like 2 odd million people in Perth, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're not going to run out of leads. And if they do, for commercial, we go residential.
Yeah.
It's just like that maturity in that.
They also need to probably come back every year.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, even with what we're doing now, building up relationships
Yeah.
with them, it's not a once-off and then that lead's done forever kind of thing. It's like, we'll come back a couple weeks from now, a month or a couple months, 6 months from then, and just check in on them. That's genuinely what this is about. And that, in and of itself, I think is going to help them develop that maturity in their demeanor that will come across.
Yeah.
Which is what they need. It's kind of like that example that they gave of, that Michael gave of that guy that they're working with. Because they're awkward, they're like, oh, we don't want you to burn through leads. So the kid's a salesperson who doesn't get to do any selling, doesn't get to answer any of the phones.
But that was more,
any of that.
I think, a hiring error.
Yeah, I think so. But with this, it's like they don't have much of a choice. This is the job for them. So it's like if we were to step in, we're basically putting them in the same position as that kid, where they have skills they need to develop, because they want to take the business to where they want to. Yeah, they might not necessarily want to develop the skills per se, but they want to get to a certain point, and the skills are just a necessary part of that. You can't just do the things that you want to do in business, you know? And if they're like, oh, we want to hire someone, I'm like, well, where's your money? Like, with what money are you going to hire someone to do this job? So yeah. What's that music?
Teenagers.
I don't think so. I think they're like 20s.
Oh.
I mean, I do that with my mates, and we do that sometimes. Anyway, yeah, they're just going to be bits of the job they don't like. And, I mean, we don't have to say it to them like that, even though that's what I do. It's like, you know what? It doesn't... yeah. Just like, I think staying on top of them for doing things like find things that you like about it and reminding them, like getting them to remind themselves of that, that's like, we're kind of just teaching them the process that we go through as well. So, yes, to circle back, I don't think we should step in a prospect because it's a skill they need to develop for themselves. Otherwise, what do? Just like stay awkward forever because you never develop it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why people have social anxiety and like poor social skills going into like their 30s and that. They never have to develop it. They
Mm.
never put themselves in the discomfort in the first place. If you don't put yourself there, you're not going to grow. Your body and your mind literally have no reason to develop if you just stay within what's comfortable.
Mm.
It's like going and lifting only what you are comfortable with, that could easily do. So nothing's gonna happen. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well, I told them like to spend this weekend listing out 75 places they're gonna go for next week, so they're pre-prepared.
Pre-prepared. Yeah. And stuff like, even the stuff like doing this clean or something, or like getting in contact with this guy about the clean that you send him, that would be something that's moving the business forward. But the fact is, they're not doing it. And until you've actually and it's not like dragging it out over 2 days means you've done 2 days worth of work.
Yeah.
You've done 1 day's worth of work really badly. So it's like, let's get it together and actually move some stuff forward. As in, like, not you, but like we gotta get them to do that, basically. Yeah. I think there's too much of that, like, oh, you guys don't have to if you don't want to. Because we did give them that option already. That's the biggest thing. If we hadn't have had that talk with them, yeah, then different story. But we've had that, and they were like, no, we're still in this.
Yeah, the window cleaning bits.
The window cleaning business. So it's just like, if you say you're in, this is what we're doing. No turning back now.
Yeah.
Well, there is, but I didn't tell you this was going to be fun. Maybe I should talk to them about that. If you just want the lifestyle, it's probably not going to work out for you unless you really push through.
I think
I guess if you want to.
get it, because I've talked to them extensively outside of the thing. I was like, look, if it's just the money, like, let's do something else. And they're like, no, we like window cleaning. So I'll be there to support them in whatever way, you know. So,
Yeah, same here.
yeah.
I think this is supporting them though, like pushing them as well, like we have been, is support, because they've said it's what they want. Just need a bit of guidance.
Yeah.
You know, even when they think they don't want it in the short term. My poo's just gone. Like, I was gonna poo before I went to wrestling today, but I was like, nah, and then now it's just gone. Don't need to poo. I'll probably need to poo as soon as we get inside or something. Anyway, yeah, so I don't think we should step in for prospecting. It gives them too easy of an out. Did they bring it up or something, or was it just a thought you had?
It was just a thought I had.
Was it like whilst we were driving, was one of the messages saying, oh, we're too young? Like, is that one of the responses they got from someone?
I just know that, like, some people are going to balk at the fact that they're young.
Bulk.
Yeah.
Bulk? What do you mean by bulk?
Like, ooh. And then they won't even care to, like, give them a chance.
Well, it's all gravy. I guess part of that is they get to see these young men grow up then, hey?
Yeah.
If we stay in touch with them. Oh.
But yeah, that's why I'm like, it's okay. Like, even, I guess for myself, like, it's just being... I mean, because obviously from a personal perspective, I want to shield them from, like, rejection as much as possible. Like, I don't like sending them out to get quotes for people, and it's like the age being the only thing, you know, because there's nothing they can do about that. So I'm just like troubleshooting. Not really.
Yeah, they can just get older.
I mean, they will anyway, so
yeah,
that's good.
Well, one of the things when you say that, it just reminded me of what AJ was saying yesterday. He's like, I have a deep-seated. He was saying, that he has a deep-seated fear of rejection. In my opinion, all three of us sitting at that table have a fear of rejection in some sense. Like, because nobody likes to be rejected, if that makes sense. And so it is a fear that a lot of people have. I just think it looks different. I think most people have it in some way.
Yeah,
and some
it
people are just
shows up
okay
in
with it.
Different things.
Yeah. Like, even for me, I'm pretty okay with other people. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but I don't, like, it really gets to me, like, when you physically reject me, or emotionally, and that's not even a bad thing. It's just, like, sometimes it's just not the right time. But it's still, like, everyone's got that to a degree. So, yeah, I think you just gotta do the stuff regardless. And these lads need to tell me when they're cleaning the car this weekend. Oh. My arm needs a bit more of the banded stuff. And do a bit more practice like this. Oh, okay. Shall we pop inside?
Yeah.
To say that is what I'm here to do. I may as well be the first to, I guess, release all of the information that normally people gatekeep behind paved walls and subscriptions and all of these things. To see if I can work with a lot of that comes to life. I never said to make a record that
Is there already water in the car? With the big man, Timmy, wait. Come back a bit for me. I was gonna. Go on, Zeke. Go. So it was fun. That might be one of the dirt biker lads who's destroyed Vince's car window. Whoa. Just in the city. We're on the south. Is my phone? Don't worry about it. The South Perth foreshore. How you feeling being on the cusp of 22?
Yeah, pretty good. Is that the guy that peed?
No, I don't think so.
It feels pretty surreal. I don't know. 22 is like a big year. I was meant to be a doctor this year.
I see.
Yeah,
Lots changed, hey?
just a little bit.
This guy does not do well with people walking past.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, yes, I get it's another year, but it's like I don't feel any different to yesterday, you know? But
Yeah.
it's like I know that 1 year apart is massive.
Yeah.
But I could take that perspective on any day of the year and
Yeah.
go, wow. Yeah. So for me, birthdays are just like frivolous, and maybe it's because I didn't grow up celebrating them, but I'm just like, okay, but you didn't really do anything on the day that you were born. It was just, you entered and you probably made your mum poop.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's like, oh, you're a year older, but like, I've kind of been a year older every single day. Just at what point do you reference back to? You know what I mean? Anyway. Thanks
Yeah.
for asking. I feel great.
I'm just curious. Just curious.
I got bit by a mosquito. But yeah. What was it that you want to ask me before?
That.
Oh.
Yeah. Not a huge question, but just a bit of fun.
How did you expect me to respond?
I don't know. Just like, I guess I already know your thoughts on birthdays. So.
Oh, hello.
You're gone. I was actually about to ask you for them to both stay on your lap whilst you drive back.
Okay.
I can't.
Sounds good.
On the thing.
Ow, ow. And then tomorrow on my actual birthday, I get to spend with Jesus in the church family.
Yo.
And I'm releasing my thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Tell us about that.
Tell us about it. Well, what do you want to know? Okay, well basically it's like a series where I'll be documenting the creation of my business because I know that it's gonna go so far, like billionaire kind of thing, trillionaire in our lifetime. And so I just wanted to document it but also give the insights. Like I think a lot of people want to believe building a business is so much harder than it actually is, when in reality it's just consistency. And also, like, when people say consistency, like everybody has a different idea of it. So I'm kind of like showing, I guess, and not telling, being like every single day I've kept a log of what I've done, what I will do the next day, like, and it's like 10 pages long, just filled with notes from last week, because I document every single thing that I've done that day for the business. And yeah, for me that's just like, if you look back on my Instagram posts, like I've posted every single day for the last year, probably besides like a handful of days. And on my stories, that's been a constant, like I'm on there every single day. And even now with TikTok, like if you go on there, I've been on there consistently. And so like people are like, oh, consistent, like 2-3 times. I'm like, no, if you want your business to grow, like how many chances are you going to give it? You know, like how many chances are you going to put yourself out there? And it's like, in the beginning it's a little bit scarier because you're like, you know, you might get rejected or not many people will see your stuff and there's not a lot of encouragement, but you just have to show up anyway. And I want to look back on in a year's time or even in 6 months time and people will be like, damn, that's what consistency looks like. Oh, that's actually what's required to build a 7-figure business. I understand now why I only have so and so. I'm not saying that there's a hierarchy, but it's like the only difference between a 6 and a 7 and an 8-figure business is how efficient you are at the consistency you show up for your business. Like, yes, you can show up consistently, but also in the beginning you're going to be doing everything. And as you scale towards the 7 figures, it's about releasing the things that don't necessarily make sense for you to do anymore, but you still hold on to, I guess, the biggest money making things like tasks in your business or your zone of genius. And then even 8 figures, it's about how can you streamline your team, how can you make your team even more efficient at the things that you've hired them to do. It's the same stuff through and through, it's just how many people are involved, what applications have you got involved, what back-end systems have you got running, you know. But if you were to break it down, it's the same, it's just organized differently. I'm just excited to, I guess, open the doors to it, because even with Alex Hormozy, like, he talks about business a lot of the times, but I don't actually know what goes on inside of his companies. Like, I don't actually know what they do day to day inside of the companies and move it forward. They like give ideas, but it's not like, okay, I did this, I wrote up this document with these steps, and I guess that's just what I'm showing from day one. And I know I'm gonna make mistakes along the way, but this is just cool for me to look back and go, okay, I could have done that better. Because there's also something about, like, I guess, documenting that makes you more intentional about showing up, because you're being held accountable. And there's that saying, it's like what gets tracked or what gets measured gets managed, but also what you manage gets like improved. So that's just my thoughts on it, why I'm doing it, and just being like, yeah, proving to some people, even if all the knowledge they would ever need was out there, that they're not cut out for it, and that's okay. You know, people think we're gatekeeping information, or when they DM me and they're like, how do you do this? I'm like, literally this. And they're like, it can't be that simple. It is. It's just whether or not you give yourself enough tries before counting it off or writing it off as failure. And most people like to think that it's hard work, or that it's that, you know, it was hard work that got them successful, or that they did everything that they could. But in actual fact, like, it does come in with luck. I know that my luck is like still coming. Like, I get lucky every single day, but it's like that huge breakthrough that's going to come at the right time when God ordains it to be. Like, I don't get to be consistent and then be entitled, like, why am I not seeing results? Like, I can't demand 10,000 people to want to like watch my content, but I can keep showing up, keep getting better, so that when the timing is right, when those people are ready to receive the information I have to give, that it's optimized as best as possible for them at that point in time. So that's my thoughts behind it.
What do you mean by luck? Like, you mean like luck? Or
Luck as in, like, you hit, like, I guess for me, luck is just like God's timing. Like, luck is unpredictable, and it's not something you can manufacture, but you can prepare, right? It's like when God calls you into war. Like, if you haven't been preparing, you're gonna be a terrible soldier. But I'm making sure every day that I'm sharpening my skills, that I'm getting better, that I am preparing myself for the moment that God's like, all right, it's your time to go big, that I'm ready, you know, and that everything is set up for me to do that. That's what I mean by luck. It's like more so timing, not really like, oh, I got lucky, you know.
don't wipe it on your hand, because then the boys are gonna lick it.
Oh,
and it's an energy drink.
True. Yeah. Not that, like, I guess lucky, the notion is really just, okay, were you ready at the time that God gave you or presented you with the opportunity? And then even for the people that are ready, like, do you want to take it up or not? That's another question as well. So that's how I view luck. Because I believe I'm lucky. Like, I'm born to be lucky. Everybody is, to some extent. But not everyone's going to be prepared, and not everyone's going to want it. I'm going to make sure that I do both. Well, I know that I want it, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm as prepared as I can be. And yeah. That's all. Beep boop. Wow.
Me Morp. Alright, Mr. Me Morp needs to go on you. Let's get out of here. Let's go home. We got some work to do, some editing and all that. You too, hey? Diana's got a whole big thing to edit. Lovely view, we're just over here before. Kid was peeing when we pulled up.
Yeah.
And then his mum came and yelled at me. Love that. Nice spineless little kid. Another kid being a rat, lacking integrity, making us not want them. Good times. Thanks, kids. You really sell yourselves.